guys, welcome back to Sheenas kitchen. So today we're going to be making some Nduma chips. Yes, some Nduma chips. In Kenya we're used to making our Nduma the usual way, which is boiling it and then just serving it with tea. So I'm going to take it a notch higher and make Nduma chips, which I'm just going to season with some salt, pepper, thyme and paprika and put them in the oven and oven roast them. So technically it's an oven roasted Nduma chips. And Nduma is basically just arrowroots in English. And so to get started, I'm going to cut off the edges. And the easiest way I find to peel my ndumas is basically to go down the sides. So that's how I like to peel them. So once your nduma is peeled, this is what it should look like. And then to make the nduma chips, I normally cut it into half. So just make sure you give it like a steady hold. And your nduma should look this way if it's nice and fresh. It shouldn't have any blemishes or any marks. It's just fresh, lovely and fresh. So then I'm going to go ahead and cut this into my nduma chips. And what I like to do is make small slices. So about a centimeter or so thick, and then you make your slice. You just want to push your knife down as you're doing that motion. And then get your nduma chips together and cut them into chips. Sometimes the edges can be a little too big like this one, so I just like to cut them into half. If you find one is too big, just cut it again into half so that they can all be uniform. This is what you should be left with. Once you've peeled your nduma or arrowroots, you want to make sure that you've actually already washed them. If you don't wash them before, then you can wash them at this stage, but make sure you pat them dry. Usually I don't wash them at this stage because I wash them right after peeling. So at this stage I like my arrowroots completely dry and I transfer them to a bowl. So in the bowl I'm going to mix in some oil. I'm going to mix in some oil, some thyme leaves, some paprika, just a little bit of paprika, some black pepper, and salt. Usually I like using my hands, so I'm just going to go ahead and give this a nice mix. So just make sure you give them a good mix. And once you're done, this is what they should look like. So once you're done mixing your arrowroots with the seasoning, put them aside and then get your tray, oven tray, and some foil. I'm just going to layer my tray so that it's easy for cleanup as well as for anything sticky. And then I also like to go the closer step by adding some oil to my foil. So just add some oil and then spread it out with your hands or with a brush, whatever you prefer. And then go ahead and dump your arrowroots onto the oiled foil. Yeah. So just spread out your arrowroot so that they are all nicely spaced out and they're not touching. That way they'll crisp up nicely. So the arrowroots are going to go into the oven for about half an hour at 180 degrees. So I'm just going to place them in. So at the halfway mark, go ahead and turn your arrowroots just so that they can crisp up, and then cook them for the remaining 15 minutes. So it's time to take our arrowroots out of the oven. Ooh, and they look so crispy already. I can tell by the way they look. So the arrowroots, aka Nduma, are out of the oven. So they look so nice and crisp. Already I can tell. You can even hear with the sound they're making. So I'm just going to go ahead and taste one to be sure that they're actually ready. Yeah. So this should have a little crunch to them, but not completely hard. And this tastes amazing. The paprika really comes through in the thyme. So our arrowroots are out of the oven and they're ready. And they look so delicious and bright. Oh my god, it tastes so amazing. So you can tell the inside is really well cooked, because when you look through, it comes off easily and still has a bit of a bite and a crunch to it. So if you guys really enjoyed this recipe, the arrowroots Nduma chips, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what you'd like in the seasoning of your Nduma chips, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll appreciate that. So for more vibrant recipes, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.